Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Yesterday I was at doctor's appointments like the whole day, two different towns, like a lot of driving, all those things. But both doctors separately told me I need to slow down. And listen, just ignore the grunting. He's having a fit. Anyway, the doctors told me I desperately need to slow down, otherwise my knees are just not going to heal. I do have to schedule an MRI on both knees, so hopefully they call today or tomorrow to get that scheduled. But in the meantime, we're supposed to be throttling down a little. Now, I have a very hard time slowing down. Being chronically ill, my brain is like, if you stop moving, you'll never start again. Like, I cannot reverse that thought in my head. It forces me to push myself way too hard every single day. I have been chronically ill for many years, obviously, and I never can change that part of my brain. So, what I'm trying to focus on, instead of just not doing anything, trying to switch to things that are less physically demanding, I guess, even though I only do what I can in general. But today's to-do list, I said my list, it's over here. I want to make a loaf of sourdough sandwich bread because I have discard I need to use or I want to use, and we need good bread. Then, sorry, I gotta keep looking because my brain fog is really bad. So we're doing, we bought celery for like a recipe. And now what I generally do is I use it for that recipe right away and then chop and freeze it so I don't waste it. Well, it's been in the fridge for like a week and a half, so I need to get it done because I don't even want to waste $1 thing of celery. Okay, I'm cheap. And celery is an ingredient that I do use occasionally, but not often. So it really is helpful to have it chopped and in the freezer and ready for me. Something I did last time was I pureed it with onion and just a little bit of carrot that I had left, like leftover scraps. And then I mixed it with salt and dehydrated it. So I made the most delicious salty veggie seasoning. I've been really slowly converting to all homemade seasonings. And let me tell you, my family was shocked at how good that turned out. And it was just celery, carrots, and onion, right? And salt. But so delicious, and it doesn't get wasted. But I have enough salt made or seasoning made for now, and I don't have any diced frozen celery available. So I think I have an onion or two left. I might just chop both because generally when I use celery and onion, so it just makes sense to have them together. So that's something I can sit down at my workstation and do. Sourdough sandwich bread is pretty easy, and I can also sit while I do the stretch and folds and all that nonsense. So those are the two things that I'm going to focus on, but I also want to do, make a cheese sauce. An ingredient that I've been having available is I cook up some pasta and then I flash freeze it. So we have cooked pasta available in the freezer for like the kids so they don't have to like either boil a whole box or, make a mess in the kitchen. It's just they shake out however much pasta they want from the gallon size bag and then heat it up and top it with whatever sauce, protein, whatever they want to. So instead of buying snacks and stuff like that, having something as simple as cooked pasta available all the time, they come up with all kinds of ideas. Okay, so I might have to do that. I need some cheese sauce. I thought about making cheese sauce just because I haven't made that in a while. And now generally I would just go ahead and make all the macaroni and cheese myself, do the whole thing. But if I have the cheese sauce in smaller portions and freeze those, then they can kind of pick and choose the pasta they want, the sauce they want. So I'll have all the sauces available and different kinds of pasta available. And that way we don't get sick of the same exact meals all the time, but it's like similar ingredients, right? Cheap, easy, and convenience. That's how you do convenience when you're like an ingredient only household. So it's all about keeping good ingredients available on hand for quick, easy meals that are easy for me being sick all the time, people who care for me or take care of me and stuff, and my kids. So it's a win, and it's easy work. So at least I feel my brain says we're doing things, we're being productive, but we are not standing, we're not doing the rolling pin all day. Using the rolling pin is brutal for my rib issues and all of those things. So we're going to have a productive day, but a laid back productive day. That's what I'm telling you. We're going to have a laid back day, and it's okay. So I figured I'd take you along with me and just see how it goes and how I feel about it throughout the day. So far, I woke up 2 hours ago and I have done nothing. I've made myself coffee and I've been snuggling my little varmint here. He's very much a mama's boy for new here. That's Teddy. He'll be right along with me. And yes, he does have his Christmas sweater on because that's just what was available when he needed it because it's still cold here in Wisconsin. All right, enough chit-chatting. Let's get to work because I've been sitting here too long and I'm ready to move. All right, now I don't know why, but this dog, we rescued him, okay? He is obsessed with my mixer. As soon as I grab my metal bowl, he jumps at me the entire time, and he would like to be held right here so he can watch my dough. He will go absolutely bananas in pajamas if you don't let him see what you're making. Right, Teddy? Look at this. And looks like he may have booped something with flour on it. Okay, look at that baby. Look at that baby. Yeah, he's a bread making dog. Okay, bread maker. All right, now while my bread is kneading in my machine, I'm going to take care of what I have in the freezer. I made myself some spinach and artichoke dip, and I froze it in these because this is enough for me, probably even a little bit more than I need. I'm the only person that will eat this, but I really like it. So I decided to make myself some. I already ate one. I'm going to pop these out of my silicone, put them in a bag, and I'll heat them up as I needed. I made homemade vanilla wafers the other day, and this is what was left. I just did not have it in me to wait for the oven to be empty to bake the rest of them, so I just tossed them in the freezer. What I'm going to do is pop them off, and even though it's not very many, it's enough. So I'm going to put it in a little freezer bag and label it, and we'll put them in the freezer, and I can make a handful of vanilla wafers whenever we need them. Usually I do like way more, so I have but it's just what it is. I got tired and quit. So we're taking care of a different day's projects today. All right, we're coming in hot with the next project. Like I mentioned, here's the celery and the older onions that I have. We're going to get them diced, put on this board, and just toss in the freezer. And then we'll deal with it later when they're all frozen. So this way they're like, I can kind of get how many pieces I want and not just a clump of them. All right, we're back with the next thing I got to do is I reuse these like fizzy water bottles because it's a good amount for me. What I do is, it's a lot of work kind of, but I split half of an electrolyte packet. So I have 4 of these bottles. I'm going to do half a bottle of electrolyte packet in each of these big bottles and then other flavored waters. But I also have to add some fiber to each bottle and some collagen peptides to each bottle. So what I like to do is try to do a big batch, and I go through at least 2 of these, but usually 2.5 to 3 a day. But right now I'm working with 4 leftover bottles that I've saved. So I'm going to go ahead and make these 4, fill up my cup, and that way that ensures that I get the fiber I need and the collagen I need and some electrolytes. This isn't enough electrolytes, but sometimes they make me gag if I drink too much. So I just drink about a half a bottle mixed in with all of the other flavors. And then in my baking drawer, I have the flavors that I enjoy. And then the bucket over here of the duds that I don't enjoy. Because I usually get like a variety pack. And there's always 1 or 2 that I don't like. But ones that I do. So, that's what we do. We're going to go ahead and mix up some water. So I make sure I get the stuff I need to get in me every day. All right, here is what they call the Pullman pan. I'm cutting this at a terrible angle. I'm doing a terrible job. I never cut this well. But anyway, here it is. I buttered it, and it's cooled. I've had too much fun squishing it, so now it's looking a little sad from me squishing it so much. But it is slicing really nicely, and I'm probably going to use the whole thing and make some grilled cheese for the family for dinner tonight. Oh, I'm very excited. I'll show you the finished sandwiches. All right, here I go. I got them all on the griddle. I'm making 6 right now, and then I have enough to make 2 more for my husband later when he'll be home. But I think between the kids and me, we'll tackle all of this. It'll be delicious. Some have pepper jack and some have white American because that's what I got at the discount store. So I got pepper jack. I think I got 2 pepper jack, and then the other ones I think are all, yeah. So I remember these are for Mace, These are for me and sis. All right, let's get them going. I'll try to film one more time when they're actually done, but I just thought of it, so I thought I'd capture halfway. All right, here they are. It's ooey and gooey. I think they're going to be delicious. I coated them in brown butter instead of just regular butter. That makes everything better. And I'm going to cut them up. Well, actually, I'm going to cut my own in half, and then the kids are on their own. But there it is. Quick, easy, homemade dinner. They can have anything else they want to make with it. All right, here are the 2 crusty Dutch oven sourdough loaves. Look at this one. I added edible glitter dust. Can you see the sparkles? And then I cut a heart. Is it perfect? No. Is it fun? Yeah. And they feel good. They feel a little dense. I don't know. They're still a little bit too warm to cut into. This one, I just did random cuts. It's not as pretty, but look at this side. The coloring's nice. It's crispy. It bounces back. I think we did it. Yeah. Now everything I touch, though, is glittered and will be glittered everywhere as I try to cut into these. But I'm going to let them cool for a little bit longer because I'm hungry and I want to eat them. So I'm going to let this cool as long as I can and then slice into it, and then we'll show you what it looks like on the inside. We'll see how it looks. I'm nervous, but we'll see. Either way, it'll taste good.